We are sending you this kit to install on your machine. It has 3 components, basic components: an electric switch to activate the clamps, a valve to control the airflow to the clamps, and a relay to control the top cover situation, whether it is up or down. All the components are connected to each other here as they should be, except the wires that need to be connected to the machine here. Everything else is already connected. So we're gonna install this kit on this machine step by step in the next video. First, we need to identify the wire coming from the top cover, which is the switch there. It's the top cover switch. This switch has 2 wires, one cable with 2 wires. This is the cable. This is the cable. 2 wires. They are numbered as 34 and 35. And 34, we can also see the matching numbers at the top, 34 and 35. And also X1/2, X1/3. These are the relay connection points. So first we identify this piece, this connection. We remove these from their place. We removed those 2 wires. Next is we bring our components inside the machine. We want to keep them all connected as they should be. So we bring it. So first we install our relay in place. We find a spot for it on the machine. It's a locking system. We lock it on the DIN rail. It's locked in. Now we have these 2 wires marked as X1/3 and X1/2. They are coming from the relay, and we install them to these spots, X1/2, X1/3. To install it, you need to take a screwdriver like this. You push it in, and then take the cable tip. Make sure it's all nicely collected, nice piece, and then you stick it under. Then you pull the screwdriver. This is connected, so this one is X1/2. Now we do the same for the X1/3. We put the screwdriver in, and then cable inside. Remove it. It's nice and tight in there. So we installed these 2 wires. The next is to install this positive sign connection. We have one empty spot here for the positive. One of the poles is empty and available for this purpose. So we're going to use this one for our needs. Again, the same way, we take the screwdriver. So we put the screwdriver in, push it in. Then we place our wire in the hole. We push it all the way in, make sure it's all the way in. Then we remove the screwdriver. So this one is positive. So it's in there. Then we have this negative wire, the blue, coming from the valve. We find a spot for it available on this machine. We have 3 available negative signed connections. So we use one of them. In this one we're going to use the top, one of the top ones. So we installed it on one of these spots in here by using the screwdriver. So this is complete. Now we have these 2 wires again coming from the top cover switch. Next we're going to install these. One of them will go in here to A2 right here. The other one will go to one of the negative poles. So we're going to choose one. We put 34 in A2. So we installed number 34 at A2 spot right under. And then we're going to install the 35 into this negative spot in here. So installed 35 at the negative spot. We have also this ground wire coming from the valve. It can be installed anywhere. Kind of screw here somewhere. Basically it needs to be connected to the surface of the machine somewhere. We're gonna send you some connection piece for this. Kind of too late for this video, but you're gonna see that there is a round hook here, and we're gonna give you a self-drilling screw along with it so that you can install it here anywhere on the machine. So we installed all the cables so far. Cable connections are complete. Now we're going to install the hoses on the machine. Let's first identify the hoses that we're going to work with. This is our original clamp switch, which is a pneumatic switch. It has 2 hoses, one blue, one gray. The blue hose is connected at the bottom here, and it brings the air in. Air goes in, circulates through the switch, then comes out and goes to the clamps. So first we're going to disconnect this one from here and this one from here. So we'll push them aside. These 2 spots are available, one here, one here. Our valve has already 2 hoses attached to it. One of them is marked as air in, which is our air source connection, which is here. We push it in. And the next one is our air out to clamps hose, and we connect it here. We connect it. Now all of our connections are technically complete. Now we have this switch here, the select switch. So we have to find a place for it. You can use this one here, this spot that belongs to this one. Or if you have one on your machine like this, on this machine we have one also optional spot. We can install it here. If you don't have this spot, well, you will not need this one any longer, so you can just remove this and install the switch on that spot. So how to install the switch, we're going to show you how to separate this item and install it on the machine. Let's look at it closely. This select switch, when we turn it on, when it's on. As we can see, there's a green connection, and it releases the power from one end to the other. When we turn it off, as we can see, the green goes in and the power is disconnected. So to install this, first we need to separate this component from here, then this one from here. To do this, use a screwdriver and bring it right here like this and push it out, and it comes off. Now we separated this one. Now we're going to separate this component from the top. Push the screwdriver in. Push the screwdriver in like this. Then push it downward, and it will separate. So remember, this is the connection side, like this. The other side is flat, so it goes in like this. When you push it in, it locks in. So then we take the nut out from this. We place it through the hole. Then we take the nut, plastic nut, and put under this and tighten it. So we did that. We put the nut nicely in place. Then we take the bottom base piece. This is the bottom part of it. This is the top of this piece. We push it in like this onto this switch. So we did that. We installed the bottom piece right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the switch itself. We just push it in to one of those, either right or the left, doesn't matter, of the edge of this switch. If you put in the middle, it's not going to work. It has to be either this on the right or the one on the left. So we installed it. The installation is complete. I mean, of course you need to collect all the wires and the hose nicely and put them on the inside the electric panel. Maybe you can find a spot for this, like let's say you can screw it. For example, on this machine we have 2 spots. You could use one of these to screw this in place. Some kind of mount it somewhere on the machine, and collect the wires nicely, and this should complete the installation process. Turn on the machine. Our wire clamp system is working. The top cover is closed. This is our valve operating, and our relay is on. So it allows the clamps to work. We're going to do a test when the top cover is open. We're going to do that one next. For convenience though, this machine is already, it's inside its crate already, so we don't want to take it out. We don't have an open machine, but basically we're going to remove this switch for our test purposes to give the effect of open cover. So basically when the switch is removed from its place, which means the top cover is open.